Channel's newsroom in London. The British Prime Minister has announced she'll resign on June the 7th. Theresa May fought back tears as she made her statement saying she deeply regrets that she wasn't able to deliver Brexit. Simon Pusey reports.
We all knew it was coming, now we know when. Theresa May revealing the date of her departure as Prime Minister after repeatedly failing to secure a Brexit agreement with Parliament.
It is and will always remain a matter of deep regret to me that I have not been able to deliver Brexit. It will be for my successor to seek a way forward that honours the result of the referendum. To succeed, he or she will have to find consensus in Parliament where I have not.
Her predecessor, David Cameron, walked away humming a tune when he announced his resignation. Theresa May was much more emotional.
I will shortly leave the job that it has been the honour of my life to hold. The second female Prime Minister, but certainly not the last. I do so with no ill will, but with enormous and enduring gratitude to have had the opportunity to serve the country I love.
Among those to react to that announcement, the man who started this whole process off with a referendum in 2016.
Well, I feel desperately sorry for Theresa and for Philip. I mean, she worked incredibly hard. She's a dedicated public servant, and I know what it feels like when you come to realise that your leadership time has finished, that the country needs a new leader, and it's extremely difficult and painful.
The leader of the opposition said her decision to stand down was right.
She clearly cannot command a majority in Parliament. She clearly has lost the confidence of her own MPs, and in all the discussions she's been having with her MPs, they've all said one thing to her, that they don't support her strategy.
Brexit is unstoppable.
Eyes now turn to who will replace her. Favourite is the former Foreign Secretary and Mayor of London, Boris Johnson, with Esther McVey and Rory Stewart also saying they intend to run for the leadership of the party. Many more are expected to also run for the top job. It's been a turbulent 2 years since she was appointed Prime Minister in July 2016. She had to respond to 2 terror attacks and the Grenfell Tower fire, which killed 72 people.
The eyes to the right, 200.
But it was the countless humiliations surrounding Brexit that led to her downfall. She will remain as caretaker Prime Minister until the new leader is chosen, a process likely to take several weeks. Simon Pusey, Channels Television News.
A militant who led the first al-Qaeda-affiliated cell in Kashmir has been killed by Indian security forces. Zakir Musa, who was described as India's most wanted, was shot dead during a gun battle after the army cornered him in a house. His death triggered protests in the Muslim-majority state. Disgraced film producer Harvey Weinstein has reportedly reached a tentative deal worth $44 million to resolve lawsuits and compensate women who've accused him of sexual misconduct. He denies harassing or abusing more than 70 women. The agreement won't affect his pending case. He's due to go on trial in September on 5 charges of sexual assault, including rape. The United States has filed 17 new criminal charges against Julian Assange. The US claims the WikiLeaks founder unlawfully published the names of classified sources and conspired with former Army intelligence analyst Chelsea Manning to acquire the information. He's currently serving time in the UK for breaching bail conditions. Austria's former vice-chancellor has admitted he's partly to blame for the scandal which brought down his government. Heinz-Christian Strache says his comments in a secretly filmed video were stupid and completely unacceptable. The former Freedom Party leader said only ideas were discussed and nothing ever came to fruition. He believes the release of the video was designed to destroy the government, and he's filed criminal charges against 3 possible accomplices.
Die illegale Erstellung des Videos vor bereits 2 Jahren und dessen nunmehr erfolgter Einsatz vor der Europawahl ist ein gezielter Angriff gegen die Regierung dieses Landes, gegen unsere Souveränität und auch über die Handlungsfähigkeit und den Rechtsstaat insgesamt. Es ist mein und es muss unser aller Ziel sein, zu erfahren, welche wirtschaftlichen oder politischen Interessen hinter der Destabilisierung dieser Regierung unseres Landes stehen.
And finally, thousands of young activists have been taking a stand on climate change. Students in Australia and New Zealand kicked off the global protest, demanding politicians to do more to curb greenhouse gases. Organisers expect more than 1 million children across 110 countries to take part in the action. And that's your international news around the world in 5.